So working on the gasser again, got the right side cover off, redid the top end, and had this right side cover off. I was messing with the shifter because it had a little play in it, and so I want to get the play out. So I took the shifter off and I was putting it back on, and idiot. I knew messing with the power valve cover, they said don't ever lay the bike on its left side, or if you do, make sure nothing presses on the shifter, because what will happen is the shift shaft that the shifter lever rides on will push through and screw up this mechanism here. So sure enough, I didn't have the bike on its side, but I was messing with the shifter and I went to slide it on, and the shift shaft on this side almost buried itself in the case, and I heard it click over here, and I was like, I knew right away what happened. I was like, oh, you idiot. So anyway, so here's what happens when you push this out. The shift shaft comes out and this piece comes off here, and actually what happened is the spring came off, and that's the click I heard, and somehow it came off. I think when I pulled it back that direction. In any event, the spring came off, and not very happy about that. So how to get it back together. I'm going to show you at least what I did, and hopefully this is, if any of you have more experience at this than I do, please comment below. This little plastic washer here, if I can get it off, has a little ridge on the inside. It's two different thicknesses there, and so this inner piece goes inside this fork here, if that's what you call it. Oh, I know the terminology well. So let's see if I can get it to index here. Okay, there it is. All right, so this has to be far in enough. Initially, when I put this back together, I didn't have it in right, and it was still shifting amazingly, but this white washer was sticking out too far, and this piece was going all directions, up and down like this, without the washer piece being there. So try to get it back in place here. There we go. Okay. In the spring itself, this bent part goes to the outside. At least that's why my bike came apart. And these spring levers oppose each other. And so one will stay on top of this lever. This one will actually fold down below this lever. So let's see if I can do this here without screwing anything up. I need to pull it all out just a little bit. Oh, that's kind of stiff. Okay, there we go. So that's what it looks like. Hopefully that'll show up in this camera. And that'll slide easily on each side of the washer. I want to use a little bit of pressure here just to make sure I have that seated well. And get the spring seated as far as it can go right now. Okay, cool. So now, the clutch basket turns counterclockwise in drive when you're going forward. Obviously there's no reverse. So we're neutral right now. I can hold the counter shaft sprocket and it doesn't move. Well, it moves a little bit, but I can restrain it, turning the shaft. So we'll click down to first here, and shaft still turns, but the counter shaft sprocket's turning now, and I can't hold it. I can't hold it and not turn the shaft. So go back to neutral, making sure this all stays together. That might be second. Anyway, I caught second there. So I just wanted to make sure all this is working here. So there's neutral again. We'll click second here. There's second. Okay. And the mechanism all seems to be staying together. We'll click third. There's third. Fourth. Fifth. Ooh, it's getting hard to turn. And sixth. Okay, cool. And it won't shift any higher. But the counter shaft sprocket's turning, and when I turn the shaft, I can't stop the counter sprocket. Okay, so we'll go down to 5 here, and then 4, and then 3, and then 2, And this should be neutral, so I can't stop the countershaft sprocket. Right there should be neutral, and I can hold the countershaft sprocket. And so that is neutral, and we'll click first, and countershaft sprocket's turned again. Okay, sweet. Go back to neutral. That's neutral again. So the mechanism is back in place, it's working. Any of you guys have more experience at this, or if I'm screwing this up, it's not making sense, please comment below. Okay, cool, thanks.